Hey guys, it's Nick with the RVing Tradesman. We're out here on the tailgate of the truck today, but it's not a tailgate talk. We're actually going to be doing a review on the Cobra Walkie Talkies, two-way radios, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to go get a couple things and we'll come right back. These are the ACXT645, and I tried to remember that so I could do it off the top of my head, but I really don't have a good memory, guys, so by the time I read it and got to the end of the 645, I had already forgotten what I read. But anyway, if anybody has seen our videos that we did on the trailer backing, you guys know that we use walkie-talkies when we're backing the trailer in. If you guys haven't seen that video, there's a link to that in the description of this one. Go ahead and check that one out and then come back to this one. But I've heard these things called a couple of different things. Some people call them two-way radios. Some people call them walkie-talkies. Some people call them marriage savers. We got these about 8 months ago, I want to say. We've been kind of testing them on camping trips and other things. We wanted to get a good, solid experience with them before we really brought them to you guys. And so far, we really like them. They're good, clear, loud communication, whether in the truck trying to back the trailer in, or we actually use these at work too. I bring these to work with me, and when we're setting units and setting equipment on rooftops with a crane, I can actually hand one of these to the crane operator and go up on the roof, and I can tell him what I need to tell him, and he can hear it over the crane. If any of you guys don't know, cranes and boom trucks are pretty loud. They're diesel engines. So for him to be able to hear it, you know, speaks to how loud these really are. This model actually has a light on it, if I can remember how to turn it on, right here. It's got a little light on the bottom of it, which is nice when you're backing in at nighttime. I like for Monica to turn the light on so I can actually still see her moving around. They're good when backing in because I don't necessarily have to be able to see Monica. I can hear her, so hand signals, you know, can get a little tough at times because you have to keep moving with the vehicle as it moves, and you have to stay in the driver's mirror. So that makes life really easy. These are also NOAA weather radios. So if any of you are concerned about weather as you're driving down the road, you can turn it on. If there's any weather updates and things like that, they'll alert you to them. One other thing, these are also rechargeable. I have just regular batteries in them at the time. Actually, I think the first time we used these, I'll tell you guys a quick story real fast. The first time we used these was at the Kids First of the Carolinas Christmas. Basically, if you guys don't know, they're a charitable organization. They deal with impoverished kids, and they actually deal with senior citizens as well. A lot of these are people that were affected by fire or a parent walking out right before Christmas and stuff like that. And they do a big Christmas party for all these kids every year. And the first time I used it, we were actually going to that. And it's kind of a good thing that I had them, because by the time we got up there, it was dark and we had to back a trailer kind of down an alleyway and into a loading area. That's not exactly a loading dock, but it was a loading area. And it was getting late at night, and we had a very fast temperature change. And it caused my mirrors to fog up and my windows all to fog up and everything. So having the radios was nice, simply for the fact that I didn't really need the mirrors anymore. I could have somebody talk to me, and all I really had to do was just do what they said. Straighten up, turn left, turn right, yada, yada, yada. But, on from that, they have, I think there's 10 channels with like 4 privacy channels on each one, so it's essentially like 40 channels. And I know what everybody is out there asking right now. They're going, yeah, all that stuff's great, but how far do they go? Well, on the front of the package, they're advertised as a 35-mile range. Now, if anybody knows anything about two-way radios and communication, that 35-mile range is only good if you're pretty much in the middle of the desert with nothing around you. Basically, as you stack trees and buildings in the way, your range drops. And on the back here, they actually give you a chart. 35 miles if you're out in the flatland desert and there's nothing between you and the other person. It says 15 miles if you're out in the woods and it's just trees, and in the city, they say about 3 miles. So, you're wondering, did I test this? Well, it wouldn't really be a good review video if I didn't test this. What I did, I went on to Google Earth and I found my house, and I found a point about 2.78 miles away. We'll call it 2.8 miles away. And I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one radio, I'm going to leave one radio here, and I'm going to hop on an ATV and I'm going to drive to this point that I found on a map. And we're going to see if Monica can hear me on the radio when I get 2.8 miles away. Now, some of you are out there wondering, can't you just get in your truck and drive there? I can, but that's not nearly as cool or as fun. And let's be honest, if there's a cooler, funner option, we're going to take that. So, I'm going to get on the four-wheeler. We're going to shoot some video of that, of course, using the GoPro. And we're going to see if Monica can hear us.
Hey, can you hear it?
Yes, I can. Where were you?
Okay, guys. So as you can see, we were able to go at least 2.8 miles. The reason that I didn't really try and go much further than that was because I would have had to have started going through neighborhoods and things like that. And not that I'm opposed to really doing it on a four-wheeler, I'm just not going to video it and put evidence of it on the internet because that wouldn't be smart. But they go 2.8 miles. So it seems like their claim is, accurate in that. Couple things to note before we wrap the video up. They do have like a high and low range. You can set it to the maximum range. That's obviously going to use more battery power than leaving it on the low range. Typically, ours stay on the low range just because we're using it to back the trailer and we really don't need the highest range that we can get. They also are rechargeable. I can't remember if I said that before, but if I didn't, they are rechargeable. And if that video that I took driving out to where I went is any indication of how the belt clip works, it works pretty good. Because I was hitting holes and bumps and going through rivers, and this thing didn't jar loose once. So all in all, it gets my vote of approval. It's a pretty good product. If you guys want to drop in the comments what radios you guys use when you're backing in, that's perfectly acceptable. If you guys want to suggest any videos, you can do that either in the comments, or you can drop it in the group. If you guys aren't a member of the Facebook group, please join us over there. We get into all kinds of fun discussions. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you aren't. Touch the bell, don't click it. And as always, stay safe, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next video.